Alexa, pause. Hey everybody, just rolling. Okay, so I wanted to talk about how we can tell someone's a safe person. And I did another video where we talked about how you can tell a person is an unsafe person. And now I want to talk about how we can tell a person is a safe person. Like who do we want to allow into our life, allow into our heart space, open up to and be vulnerable with. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean you gotta like run from the other people, but you know, have them on the outer ring of like, you know, not in your close inner circle, but like maybe acquaintance, maybe just person you see around. I know when I was younger, I had a very binary perception, like either you are my friend and we're ride or die, or we don't have a relationship, period. Like I didn't have a sense of like gradations of relationships, that you have different levels of intimacy and vulnerability with people based on kind of like how they show you. And so you don't let people into that intersection until you see some certain things. So, you know, when you grow up in a, like, let's say not optimal home environment, there are some skills we gotta pick up on our own in adulthood. That's fun. So anyway, one of the biggest problems that I think good people, but I think some people struggle with is they put their attention in the wrong place unintentionally. So for example, if they read relationship advice, or if they're reading, you know, Bible stuff, for example, you know, and they start thinking about themselves instead of the other person. So relationship stuff's, you know, like, oh, communicate and, you know, express your feelings and da-da-da-da. And they're thinking, oh, am I doing this? Instead of thinking, oh, this is something my partner's doing. You know, there's that Bible verse of love is patient, love is kind. And what ends up happening? They're like, oh, am I patient? Am I kind? Like, yes, those are important questions, but you need to be also focusing on the other person. Is the other person patient? Is the other person kind? You cannot be healthy enough or loving enough or anything enough to shift another person. Like, that is not a thing that we can do. So if you're in a situation where you feel stuck and for some reason you're dealing with someone and they're not changing, and you're like, okay, let me go to my resources. You know, what can I do? I'm going to look at relationship stuff. I'm going to look at communication stuff. I'm going to try really hard to be such a good partner and show up. You know, part of discernment, part of being aware is understanding both sides of the equation, you know, not just yours, but theirs. So when we are moving through life and we meet people, there's some stuff we want to look out for to see that they're doing. It doesn't mean we don't need to be doing that too. But let's also be aware that, you know, just assuming other people are like ourselves and have good intentions, maybe you're projecting something onto other people that may not necessarily exist. And that is a trap. So we ain't gonna do that. So the number one thing is, do they have compassion for themselves and others? You know, usually we talk about empathy, but this is even like a step further, you know, because you can empathize with a person but not necessarily have compassion for them. There's two types of empathy. There's like an intellectual empathy and then like an emotional empathy. In fact, some, I want to say sociopathic people, but some people who don't naturally have, let's say, emotional empathy, can train themselves to have intellectual empathy. You know, so even if they don't feel it, you know, they can still intellectually connect with it. But anyway, so does this person have compassion for others? And what that indicates is it's really a signal of like how they see people in the world. Do they generally see people as negative or positive? Like, what's their perception filter? Do they have a positive attribution bias or negative attribution bias? You know, if you're dealing with a person, and listen, I have been here. I'm about to describe a person to you. That was me. So let's say you're driving in a car and somebody cuts you off. right? What's the first reaction? Oh my gosh, what an effing asshole. You know, like, who do they think they are? And then like feeling all angry and stuff. Or going, you know, oh no, I really hope they're not rushing somewhere. Like, I hope someone's not in trouble. You know, because I mean, at that point, you don't really have enough information either way to know if they're like an entitled asshole who's just driving like an asshole, or if they are, you know, in trouble, or someone they know is in trouble, right? So like, where do we leap to first? Now, we don't even necessarily have to leap to a conclusion. We're just like, okay, all right, that's somebody to pay attention to. You know, needs further information. Like, we don't have to draw a conclusion yet, if we don't have enough information. But now we're like, boop boop, let's be aware what's going. Something's happening here that I may need to be doing something about later, but don't know yet. Don't have a conclusion. But what you're going to see is, you know, somebody who has compassion for others is going to be more likely to positively attribute things to them, or to be less judgmental, less critical. It doesn't mean you're not paying attention, doesn't mean you're not discerning, but it's coming from a very different place. They can perspective take. Actually, I have like a because I don't want to ramble on y'all all the time. So they're able to perspective take for others. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to agree with you or agree with someone else, but they go, oh, I see how you think. I see where your feelings are coming from. I can take your perspective even if I don't agree with it. I did have this moment with my ex, literally a couple of days ago. We're like texting. Yes, I know. But anyway, so we're texting, and he's saying stuff about how, like, you know, I'm the only one he will ever love. He is never going to love another person again. You know, and how he is not special to me, you know, but I am his everything. Now, old me would have taken that bait, but minimal progress. I was like, oh man, that's really hard. It's gotta be really hard to feel like you love someone so much who doesn't care about you, that you're not special to them. I don't have to be in a place where I say you're right or wrong. Like, doesn't matter. Like, that's where he's at emotionally. I can perspective take, even though I personally disagree. I can understand, like, oh, that's his perspective, and then I can empathize with it. Took me some work to get there, but you know, that was something that was actually really interesting to learn too. That you can perspective take and empathize for a person without agreeing with them. That's something that, you know, this former person of mine, and I definitely would run into, you know, because I'd be like, can you at least understand where I'm coming from? And it was like, he was like, no, you're wrong. It was like he couldn't make the connection between, you know, I can perspective take for you even if I disagree. So that was kind of interesting to learn. I'm really glad I did. Another thing about these people is that they are going to have a cooperative paradigm. So it's not in opposition. Like, the way we think honestly truly does inform how we interact with the world. And so all of these things are indicating how somebody thinks, you know. So for example, if you have somebody who's working with a win-lose paradigm, you know, you see a lot of like aggro people in business that are like, I'm going to be a winner. You know, if you have a winner, somebody has to be a loser, right? You know, that's not a cooperative paradigm. That's a win-lose paradigm. That's, you know, that's a, what's it called? Zero-sum game paradigm. Like, in order to win, somebody has to lose. So anyway, you don't, you know, if you're rolling up on somebody and you're in the identity building stage, right? Fast video. And they're said like, I'm a winner. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, you just told me some information about how you think, you know? You win, therefore other people lose, you know? So right now you're not in their orbit of a person they need to win over. But once you get close enough in there, you are going to be included in the people that they need to win above, like to win over. You would have to lose for them to win, is what I'm trying to say. Another really important thing is that Do you exist in the relationship? Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm having this conversation, this texting conversation with my ex. And I'm sitting there going, he's like, oh, I just wanted you to be impressed by me. And I'm like, of course I'm impressed by you. Like, I wouldn't have dated you. I wouldn't feel the way that I do about you if I weren't impressed by you. Like, boom, boom, here are all these things that I am impressed by, that I love about you. And and he's talking about, like, his feelings, how much he loves me. He will love me in a way no one else will ever love me. It's still about his feelings, him. Like, if you were to read that conversation, you would have no idea why he loves me. Like, why do you love me? I'm so confused. Because the only stuff he's saying is negative stuff. It's a negative attribution bias. When I try to talk to him about things, he's attributing a negative reason for it. At one point he said to me, you're only saying this stuff to make me feel bad. And it's like, well, I mean, hypothetically, that is one possible reason. Well, another possible reason is, like, I'm trying to communicate with you because I want you to understand me, right? If you're the person I love most in the world, I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Maybe I'm hoping you'll recognize something and shift or have more compassion for me or something. Like, there are other reasons. So yes, the one he came up with, theoretically a possibility, but negative attribution bias, hostile attribution bias. So anyway, I'm like going through that entire exchange. I'm like, I'm not even in here, except as, he's blaming me for his feelings, or that I'll never love again, that he's gonna have to settle, that he's only, that he's only okay, and that he has to be away from the love of his life forever. It's like, well, why am I the love of his life? It's because I make him feel I make him feel a certain way that no one else will ever make him feel. So I'm responsible for his feelings, right? Stuff's just happening to him, but it has nothing to do with me intrinsically. It's not like, oh, I love you because you are this person. I love these qualities about you. I think you're amazing. I see you do these things, and I feel it in my heart. Like, no, that does not exist in this conversation. The only way I exist in this conversation is as a target of negativity, of blame. It's still him, his feelings. He's the center of the conversation for both of us. I'm centering him, and like, oh, I love these things about you, and I wish this and la that, and and he's centering himself and that his feelings are the most important. Like, well, what about my feelings? Maybe I love you more than I feel like I'll love anybody else. But that's not valid, because his paradigm that he's working with is that he is not special to me, but that I, inexplicably, am the most important person to him ever in the history of ever. And it's because of how I make him feel. So, do you exist in a conversation? And if you do, in what capacity? I'm somehow like, I somehow don't exist, simultaneously don't exist, but I'm also responsible for everything. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, anyway, one thing you see with unsafe people is they do not handle shades of gray very well. And I kind of mentioned that a little bit earlier, especially when I was coming out of like foster care and all that stuff, having a very binary view of people. You were either good or you were bad. Like, I did not handle shades of gray well at all. And so when people would do things, I would feel very triggered. And then I would just be like, oh, you're bad and I got to get away from you. And then I felt so lonely because I felt like I was looking for normal, healthy people. And I was like, where are they? Where are these people? And what I didn't realize was that, there are no perfect people, right? Most of us, I'm not saying there aren't people with malicious intent, but most of us are just like kind of going through life, doing our best, trying to make choices from what we know at the time. Sometimes we get it right and sometimes we don't, and sometimes we need practice. Just because you get a thing wrong doesn't mean like, oh, you're a horrible person forever. And, it means, oh man, this is an area for growth. I have the opportunity to do better. You know, there's something about being a parent that really, like, kind of, at least for me, it really drives that home. You know, like, yeah, you made a selfish choice, but you're not a selfish person in it forever. You get the opportunity to, like, don't make that choice again. Make a different one. You know, we'll do it better next time. We're practicing, we're learning, we're growing. So really, you know, somebody with compassion is going to have that perspective, you know, that we're learning, that we're growing. You know, that most people are doing their best. And so if they're like that in the world, that means they're probably like that to themselves. And that means they'll probably be like that to you. So when you mess up, or I mess up, because we all do, you know, again, we're all human. When we have a moment where we're like not our best, you know, that person's going to reflect our best back to us and say, I've seen you at your best, you know, and maybe reconsider this thing. But I always see so much growth in you. Like, here's how you improved this time. And I'm not gonna lie, I want to be that kind of person too. I hope I am. You know, I don't always meet that. You know, sometimes I get up in my feelings, you know, and that shuts down. You know, that's the thing that I am working on, because I want to be a good partner. You know, but those are like things to pay attention to. All right, so I'm going to read my list. Compassion for themselves and others. They perspective take for others. Doesn't mean they agree with them. It means they understand where they're coming from. They have empathy, but it's balanced. It doesn't mean I feel your feelings for you. It means, oh, my heart for you, right? We're still the center of our own universe, though. Like, we're not making somebody else the center. They have a positive attribution bias towards others, you know, with discernment. They're operating off a cooperative paradigm. So not a, I wrote this down, hold up. Not a win-lose paradigm, not a right-wrong paradigm, not a, you know, you never feel like you're walking on eggshells or that you're in a no-win situation, right? Like, oh, there's literally no choice you can make that'll work. Like, no, because they're in a cooperative paradigm, right? We're problem-solving. Ooh, problem-solving paradigm. You know, we're cooperative. We're problem-solving. What's our problem? How can we work together to fix this? Are we centering the relationship, or are we centering one person in the relationship? Like, he's so focused on me, right? But, like, what about us as a partnership, as a team? What are our goals as a team? What are our goals as a partnership? You know, where someone puts their focus, super telling. You know, pay attention to that. And then also, you too exist in the relationship. You know, it's not all about them. You exist in the relationship, and the relationship itself, you know, is a feature. So anyway, these are all things to look out for, and maybe things to nurture in ourselves. And again, healing is a process. So if you're not there yet, at least you know the direction to move toward. All right, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you next time.